So here it is. This is from Badessa. She says, is there something that can be done to get rid of emotional attachment from past sexual relationships? Even if the breakup wasn't a bad one, there's something left inside that feels like there's still a connection. Is there some type of relationship cleansing that needs to be done after splitting up from a boyfriend or a husband? Now, of course, there's a procedure that you generally want to run where you start to cleanse yourself. Like we even do that every day. We don't even let people in the house that haven't cleaned their aura with some sage and some Palo Santo. But this is a little bit deeper. It's about if I've had a connection with someone, how do I need to clear myself from that connection? The truth is it's something very deep. It's something that I actually had to deal with a little bit of time ago, actually a few days ago, and it was an amazing experience. I mean, it brought me literally to tears. It was highly emotional. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset my system really quick here. And then when we come forward, I'm going to tell you exactly about how to clear your energy and how to get yourself in the right state of mind, right state of conscious, spirit, etc. after you've dealt with one of those relationship situations. Wholeness. So this is a pressing question. Jones in the bones. What do you do about it? Meaning if you've been with somebody and then you had to let them go for whatever reason, maybe your path was going in one way, their path was going in another, and there was a split, but you're still thinking about them and you're wondering, how do you clear that energy? This is it. First of all, you have to come into realization that when we say all is self, it doesn't exclude anything. So that means that that person is actually connected to you and always will be connected to you. However, if we're just looking at the connection that goes on in the physical reality, which sometimes is virtually non-existent, meaning that how we treat each other at times is this fictitious version of not even realizing how connected we are. We let gender separate us. We let race separate us. We let opinion separate us. All these different elements that basically create separations. You got different languages that separate people. You have, whether he likes the beard or whether he doesn't. So infinite separation in the reality. But is that really the truth? No. And this is exactly why we can live in the reality at times in a total illusionary state, because the separation doesn't really exist. On another level, we're all connected. However, how we express ourselves to each other is not through the divisive languages, especially the one called English, but through a connection and a feeling that allows us to truly understand where each person is coming from and to enjoy that. So if you've had an experience with someone in this reality and that experience has been negative, or you're just simply ready to move on from that experience, that doesn't mean that you disconnect and actually really truly leave them, because you're always connected to them. But one of the most important things to remember is you have to not hard code in your mind that there's this disconnection, because then that's how you disconnect yourself from the world of all knowing, where everything is connected. You have to realize that what that person does in this space, as we talked about earlier with the deja vu, is all a part of the experiences that they're having in the reality and the things that they're going to need to be learning about and how to do things the right way, the wrong way, and every other way before they start to wake up and realize what's going on. And you become a part of that experience, just like they become a part of your experience. But where there is no time, where it is beyond experiences, there's a connection between you and that person that's endless, but there's also a connection between you and that person and everything else that's endless. So that's how you get your mind right about the situation. You let the person and say, I'm going to put that person in that place, meaning that you let them stay in that place of when you knew them in the climax of the scenario, the best that they could be, and you leave them there because that's how they exist. And in this reality, you move on in the total realization that in that space you're connected, but in this one, you may have to part.